Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Outdoor Fever. Today we're going to be going over yet another new lure that we have not gone over before. But before we get into that, I just want to say thank you guys for watching, for subscribing, all that good stuff. Just keep doing it. It really helps a lot. Yeah, keep doing it. We're trying to get to 700 subscribers by the end of the year, so keep doing it. Thank you. I'll see you guys. Let's go. Alright, so Googan added crappie baits to their lineup last spring. So here we have the Dangle Dart. Everyone's seen it, really good lure, perfect for crappie fishing, for ice fishing, all that good stuff. But they have added yet another one, and that one being the new Googan Tasty Tube. I really love the Googan tube. I've caught a lot of fish on it. I did that a lot last year. Really good early season, really good most of the year, really good for smallmouth. You know, looks like a crayfish bouncing on the bottom, all that really good stuff. But today we're going over the new micro-sized one, and let me tell you, it is very, very good looking. I got it in the Toxic Waste color. It's my favorite Googan color that they make right now, probably between that and Summer Crop. I'm a big fan of like the dark greens with the light green type color. So let's open this up and get into it. This is the Googan Tasty Tube, and I believe they are, so let's see here, what does it say on here? 2.5 inches, I believe. It's got a ribbed body, and it has the salt and sauce is what it's saying. So here we go. We have a 2.5 inch lure. Let's zoom in on that. There we go. So let's just look at the color a second. So you got the dark green on the top, light green on the bottom. It really helps it to stand out when it's bouncing through the water. That difference, it makes it a lot flashier, and it really looks a lot better in the water. That's my favorite thing about this color, but there's also a lot of other good colors. I really like the green pumpkin pearl, the white on the bottom, and then green on the top. That's another good one, but this is my favorite, so I ordered this one. So tubes, they're meant to look like a crawfish or just any kind of insect, a water insect that moves along the bottom of the water. I like to throw them on either a Ned head or obviously a tube jig head, but I also like to Texas rig them. These are obviously way too small to Texas rig, like they're only 2.5 inches or 2 inches. The body's only 1 inch, so you really don't have much to work with Texas rigging. But if you buy like a 1/16 ounce Ned head or a tiny little tube jig head, it would be really good. I'm definitely going to be doing the Ned head just because it's easier to throw and it's a lot easier to rig up that way. It's going to look better because all the weight is going to be on the bottom instead of in the middle. So that's the main reason why I like to Ned rig all of my tubes. And it's just going to be better for casting because all your weight's in the front, so you're going to be able to cast a lot further. Other things, let's talk about how I'm going to be using it. So because it's so small, it's going to be a lot harder to get to the bottom of the water column. So it's going to be either a little bit of panfish, using a little bit when they're on the beds and that kind of thing. But the main thing that I want to use it for this season is going to be those smallmouth that are being really dumb when they're on their beds. So, you know, the smallmouth that you pitch to 50 times and they're not interested at all. They just leave their bed or their nest or whatever you want to call it. This would be perfect. It's tiny. It looks like a tiny little minnow trying to grab, get eggs on their nest. So this would be perfect. It's not threatening at all. It's perfect. You just throw it in there, bounce it a couple times, and they're going to eat it right up. You just got to make sure that they inhale it all the way, because if you don't let them inhale it all the way, they're not going to be able to get it in their mouth, and you're not going to get a good hook set. So make sure that when you see them eat it, that it's all the way in their mouth and that they're not just picking it up, moving it off the bed, and dropping it. Because if they don't get it all the way in their mouth, you're not going to hook set them because your hook is tiny. So that's what I would use it for, and that's how I would use it. I'm really liking all these small lures. I just got the Dangle Dart too. I didn't look at any of the crappie lures before now. I really like the new, all this micro stuff. I'm going to use it more for smallmouth than I am panfish, because when those smallmouth are being really fidgety, you go smaller and they're just going to eat it up. It's one of my favorite sayings about bass fishing is elephants eat peanuts. The big fish are going to eat small lures just the same as they're going to eat big lures, if not more, because it's not as threatening. It doesn't look as fake because it's so tiny. So they're really going to be deceived and more deceptive. You being more deceptive toward them, and it'll be really good for all times of the year. If you're ice fishing, bed fishing, or even just it's a slow bite, let's catch a numbers day, you're still gonna eventually catch a couple big ones because they're not as threatened by these. It's a really good lure. I really like it. Definitely go buy them if you're looking to downsize tackle. I would do this probably on 6-pound test if I'm gonna be honest, because that way you can feel every little thing. It's a tiny lure. You want to be able to feel everything, so when you feel it, you can really get a good hook set. Light tackle is way more fun to fight fish on too, just because you can feel literally every little head shake, little tail flip, everything. You can feel everything. So definitely that's how I'm going to be doing it. Ice is like almost out, so I'm going to be open water fishing here really quick, and the best time to use tiny lures is right when ice gets out and they're still really finicky. So in the next month, these things are going to get used and they're going to catch fish, especially in my backyard pond. For those 3-pound largemouth I have in there, it's going to be perfect. So stay on the lookout for using these. Also, I'm going to get some underwater footage of the bass in my tank. I have a 200-gallon aquarium, and we're going to be putting these in and seeing how much they like it. We've got a rock bass and a largemouth, and we're going to see if they think the tube is tasty. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is just my little first looks at the new tasty tube that Googan just came out with. So definitely go check it out. Googanswap.com, Bass Pro, Shop Carl's, all those good stuff. Stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Trying to get to that goal. Thank you guys so much for the view, and keep watching. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys on the next video.